Welcome to another episode of the Red Arrow Health and Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Marco, with my awesome co-host.
Oh, Jessica.
Caught you off guard.
Yeah, you
didn't
used
go with
a
a lovely
adjective.
I gotta mix it up at some point. Too many lovelies.
Yeah,
You are lovely, though.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're nice.
Hey, what are you drinking over there?
I am drinking a rum concoction.
What is this rum concoction you speak of?
It's about 3 ounces of Bacardi and 2.5 ounces of fresh squeezed lemon juice, an unspecified amount of sugar-free sweetener that I just sort of dumped in, and a couple of squirts of fruit punch Mio, and a lot of ice, and a little splash of water. And it's all mixed up in a glass, and it is delightful.
Is this inspired by the cocktail I sent you earlier?
Yes.
Okay, that was called the Port Light.
Neat.
That was 1.5 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of lemon juice, a half ounce of passion fruit juice syrup, which is super sugary, which doesn't jive with our diets.
Nope.
A third of an ounce of grenadine, which also doesn't usually jive with our diets, and 8 ounces of crushed ice.
Yeah, the Mio took the place of the grenadine, and obviously the sugar-free syrup took the place of that one.
So when I made you one earlier,
that was also delightful.
I took the crushed ice. I don't remember if I used bourbon or rum. I think I used bourbon.
I think you did too, because this is a little bit different.
Yeah, I used 2 ounces of the bourbon, though, 1 ounce of lemon juice. I replaced the half ounce of passion fruit syrup with the sugar-free Torani sweetener. Mm-hmm. And I replaced the grenadine with a squirt of the Mio black cherry.
Oh, black cherry. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's still good.
Neither of those are Port Light, but whatever.
That's okay.
Yeah.
A Port Light.
A light Port Light?
There we go.
Starboard Light.
I like that.
Yeah.
We should just call it a Starboard Light. Perfect. What are you drinking over there in your little mason jar?
In my little mason jar, I am actually just having a whiskey sour.
Oh.
Yeah. Nothing special to it. It's a whiskey sour, low carb version. Had been experimenting with a few other things since like dinner time. Dinner took a little bit longer, so I started we planted the herbs this week. We have our herb garden going. So there's little fresh herbs to play with.
And frogs.
Yeah, there's frogs out there. Pothole is back. He's the little frog that hangs out in the little hole in the pot.
Okay, but Pothole has been in that pot since the end of last summer.
Well,
he never left.
Pothole has a buddy who's hanging out right next to the planter that has the rosemary, so the kids named that one Rosemary. Mm-hmm. They tried to name it, one of them tried to name it Basil, and they were like, that's dumb. I'm like, well, it's actually next to the rosemary. Like, that's perfect. So the new one is named Rosemary.
That's hilarious.
But followers of our Instagram who looked at the Instagram story, I put up a lavender gin sour, and if you have really good eyes, you notice that the lavender gin sour is in the planter next to the Thai basil, not next to the lavender. Just the lighting in the background was better over in that planter than the one that had the lavender in it. But it was lavender. It was lavender out of our herb garden. And been playing with some other things tonight. I played around with a low-carb take on a midnight stinger. Yeah. And then after that, I did a take on a old-fashioned, but it was a smoked rosemary old-fashioned.
Okay, but how did that go?
Not as well as I thought, but I'm trying not to set off the smoke alarm. So I took rosemary out of our garden, and I didn't want to accidentally mess up one of our glasses. So I took a small mason jar that we had, like one of the little tiny ones, flipped it upside down, put the rosemary in it, then used the lighter to try to, the longer stick lighters you use, and try to get those to light. But mainly I was doing a great job of capturing all the combustible gas.
Yeah.
And not enough oxygen in there to have combustion. Eventually got it to smoke up. And fill the glass of smoke, mix the drink, pour the drink in there, and then the smoky rosemary is the garnish. So when it was all said and done, it was fine. It was a little adventure in the meantime. Because I'm trying to smoke it up in the kitchen without setting off the smoke detectors, which in our house are networked. So if you set off one, you set off the whole house.
Yes, the neighbors can hear it across the street.
Yes.
And we know that because one of them ran over one night shortly after we moved in and banged on the door. And she was like, oh my God, are you okay? Do you need help? I hear your fire alarm going off. Do you need to evacuate? And I was like, nope, I'm just trying to cook pork chops. I need
Was
to
it
go
pork
take
chops
them.
or were we doing
It was pork
hamburgers or
chops.
what were
Every
we doing?
time I cook pork chops, the alarm goes off. Every time. It was very embarrassing.
Yay.
But also sweet to know that our neighbors care about us that much.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, at any rate, the herb garden's back so we can have some fun, creative cocktails, and we'll have more to talk about that in future episodes. But for now, cheers.
Cheers.
That was really clunky.
Well,
Mine's very full, so I didn't want to really clang into it.
mm-hmm.
Before we get into it tonight, though, anything else from the week you want to touch on?
We can talk about how kid number 1 has discovered perfume.
Oh, my God. Yeah, has she ever? Covering up the smoke smell, apparently, from when I'm burning rosemary.
No, I think she was trying to cover up the smell of her brother's bedroom.
Well, good luck with that.
I walked up the stairs to say goodnight to all 4 of them, and I got hit by a wall of some sort of perfume from Bath and Body Works. And I asked her, kid number 1, holy goodness, how much did you spray? Not very much, Mommy. Only like 6 sprays or so. I was like, oh my God, I can taste it on my teeth. So I don't know. She must have entered that weird phase in tween life where you have to hose yourself down with stink water.
Apparently. We were trying to tuck in the little one, and we're like, you smell like you were sitting next to an old lady at church.
Yep. It's pretty bad.
Just doused in it.
Yeah, and then kid number 1 tried to tell me, well, the boys told me they wanted me to spray it because their room smells so bad. And I was like, their room smells bad because they fart in it. And also you need to know when to say no to them. Okay?
Well, yeah, between the farts and they need to do some of their mountain of laundry, that would help with it.
Probably
when I tell them to bring some laundry down, their sister beats them to it.
Well, she doesn't want her room to smell like feet.
No.
I don't know. That was pretty much the highlight of my week. It was very long, but entertaining week at work. I just am not allowed to talk about it. So
yeah.
How was your week?
Long and frustrating. We did do some fun stuff, and we did some fun projects with the kids, but also I had to get work done. So I had jobs for them to do every day, whether it was like, okay, you got to get on the treadmill. So they did something, or practice taekwondo, or go play garage hockey or something. So it gave me a chance to get some work done. And also like, okay, today you guys are cleaning, each of you are assigned a room, and then we kept changing which room. Mm-hmm. All of it was stuff they could knock out before lunch so they could have their afternoons to do whatever. If they got on it. Like kid number 1 would sleep in till like 10:30 and then not want to do anything. And at lunch goes, okay, I guess I got to get started.
Nice.
And then we're getting ready for dinner, and she's like frantically trying to finish her last job going, this is taking all day. I'm like, well, you slept half of it.
And also you procrastinate.
Yeah. There were a few nice days where it really got really nice outside. And so we went outside and we worked on the yard and did projects, and they helped me with that. I ended up taking them out for ice cream.
Yay.
As a big reward for that. It was nice.
Yeah, it was really hot that day.
Yeah, it was. It was perfect, though. We wrapped everything up just in time, and then it started sprinkling and raining off and on. And so we went and sat under the awning, and they had ice cream.
Nice.
And that was basically spring break in the round 2 of COVID. We did some planning. We did some work around the house, and little projects and little art projects and all sorts of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
How's hockey going?
Hockey's going. We survived. We survived Easter in those leagues. Yeah.
You need some sort of like epic name for that day.
For the 40 and over, it was 4-on-4 on 4-4.
Well, that's
the hell was that?
A lot.
That's a lot.
A lot of 4s.
And I played 4 games. I did, and there was one other guy who played 4 games, back to back to back to back. Is that 4 backs? Whatever.
I don't know.
They were right in a row. We had enough time in between games for the Zamboni to run. And switch jerseys, and for me to do a selfie, because we had one other guy that was planning on doing all 4 games, and he made it through 3, and then in the 3rd game, he fell and hit his head and couldn't go back out for the 4th game.
Is he okay?
He's fine.
Okay, good.
He's playing this week.
Okay.
I assume he's fine. I did not clinically examine him.
Nor should you.
But he said he's playing, so okay, good enough.
Okay then.
Yeah. He's an adult. He's over 40. I mean, when he fell, we had the concussion doc right there on the ice checking him out.
Nice.
So, I mean, it's as good as it goes.
Yeah.
But I survived it. I was able to walk the next day, which surprised me because I didn't think I was going to be able to walk. And
You play hockey every week.
I don't play 4 games in a row.
But you were coaching like 4 rounds of hockey a day where you were on the ice.
I mean, if you add in like running between the rooms in between, it came out to about 5.5 hours of.
How much hockey are you playing this weekend?
2 games that I know of, unless somebody tags me to sub, because I have the early game and I have the last game.
Neat.
Yeah. So you're gonna watch lots of
much chick flicks
and horror films.
Yep, that's me.
But kid number 1 is playing the beginner adult hockey, so you have to come get her because I play right after her, and then I hang out for 2 games, and then I play the last game.
Okay.
Because apparently the commissioner hates me. If you ask anyone who
you,
I know there's guys who look at the schedule and like, why are we have 3 late games in a row? The commissioner must hate us. It's like, it's all based on placeholders and your draft pick number that's randomly drawn. But this time I'm the guy with all that, so I keep just making the same old joke. The commissioner hates us, and some guys are like, "What are you talking about? You are the commissioner." I'm like, I know, it's just all random.
That's funny.
Yeah, but other than that, it's going well. My 40 and over team is in last place, and our goalie just quit.
Your goalie quit?
Our goalie quit.
That sucks.
Like,
why?
She was out of town last week, but I guess the first game went so badly she doesn't want to be seen with us, so she quit the league. So I'm bringing in subs, and whoever's the next goalie to slap down a credit card on the counter gets the job.
Well,
but
that's exciting.
In the meantime, I'll just keep on bringing in subs, and then my C League team is tied for first place. And actually, if you go by goal differential, which is the tiebreaker, we are in first place. And we're playing the other undefeated team.
Cool.
So I've got a completely defeated team and a undefeated team.
Cool.
Yeah.
Both ends of the spectrum.
Both ends of the spectrum. And then on that 4-game stretch, the last game out of the 4 was my best one. I had a goal and 2 assists.
Awesome.
Yeah. But enough about that.
Okay.
Should we just get down to it?
Sure.
All right. This week's episode is getting the conversation started.
Ooh.
I know.
What does that mean?
We're going to talk about communication.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to have a little fun with this because, let's face it, like last week was a lot of editing and it's been busy. And we've done a lot of, it was last week also with being all about hockey was a very, about exercise and physical fitness and activity, and with health and wellness, we like to do all pieces of that. We've done episodes on diet and sleep and nutrition and lots of exercise and training and physical programming and activities for the kids and cognitive stimulation. But for a good relationship, whether it be a business relationship, a sports relationship, a couple, parent, kid, husband, wife, whatever, significant others, communication is key. So we're going to do a communication one, and we're going to have some kind of fun with this because it's been one of those weeks. So we're going to dive into this with, I was looking around the house, and we have these old cards. They're called Table Topics cards.
Table Topics.
They're not a sponsor of us. We just had them around. They have different packs of cards, and they're just conversation starters. And we have the original set and we have the couples edition. And I think we originally got this just for fun, partly because it was us and 2 little munchkins at one point in time.
And they were like 2 and 1.
They could barely talk. And we're like, I was coming home exhausted and like, what do you want to talk about? Oh, I don't know. I just want to go to bed. So we had those. Plus it got to the point where like family would come over and like your brother would never speak. My brother would never speak. Both brothers give like 1-word answers. It's like, let's get conversation going. Let's spark this. Or when we have friends come, this could be kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, for tonight's episode, let's pull these things out. Let's get the conversation going between us. We'll do a bunch of these and we'll mix it up. So I grabbed a pile of the red ones and a pile of the blue ones and I sorted them out. The red ones are the originals.
Okay.
The blue ones are the couples edition.
Okay.
We're going to ask Siri for a random number because I
Okay.
couldn't find the dice. I was originally like, roll it.
It's fine. Kid number 4, I'm sure, has squirreled them away someplace weird.
Well, actually, the ones I found were my loaded ones.
No.
Because I actually do have a set of loaded dice. So like, well, that defeats. That's a long story.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna ask Siri for a random number.
Okay.
If it's an odd number, whoever's doing it gets to pick a random red card.
Okay. Odd is red.
And even is blue.
Even is blue.
Yeah. Because how do we remember? Red has 3 letters. That's odd.
Oh,
Blue
wow,
has 4 letters. That's even. And that's how my brain works.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really happy I'm married to you.
So, okay. And we'll just keep going back and forth. And you want to go first?
Sure.
All right. Give me a random number.
It's 42.
42 is blue.
Pick a blue card. Now, the satisfying noise of like dice going, though, would have been so much better for the podcast.
I agree.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
I want to take a sip first, but you can read it.
Yeah, you might want to take a big...
Oh, Jesus.
Did you look at these cards before you pulled them out of the box at all?
Nope.
Okay. If you were brain dead, would you want your would you want your partner to pull the plug?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it? Just yes?
Let's just go with that, and let's move on to something else, because this,
Wait a minute. You're supposed to ask me.
Well, yeah. DMX, like, just they finally just pulled the plug on him and let him pass away today. So it's kind of like too soon.
You're not DMX. You're just a dude.
Yeah, I'm just a dude. How about you? Are we going back and forth, or do I pull a new card for you?
We're going back and forth.
Okay, how about you?
Okay, so there are rules. If I'm brain dead, but it's only been like a day, I want you to leave me plugged in for like 2 weeks, okay? Because lots of things could maybe happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm not actually brain dead, but I'm just sort of sleeping and not really into responding. So you should leave it plugged in for about 2 weeks, and then you can pull the plug. If really nothing is happening.
So for 2 weeks, I should just scream at you. And if you don't respond, then it's like, okay, she's really not paying attention. Maybe she's brain dead.
Have you seen the movie The Descendants with George Clooney?
No.
Okay, so his wife is like brain dead in that movie, and at one point he gets really pissed at her, and he like screams at her, and it's really funny and it's really sad at the same time. Mm-hmm.
Shucks, I missed that one.
Okay, but it's a really good movie. You should watch it.
Well, I'll get to it.
No, you won't. It's a George Clooney movie.
I will say I watched Godzilla vs. Kong with the kids this week.
So what did we learn just now? I'm pulling your plug straight away, and you're going to wait 2 weeks to pull mine. Cool.
All right.
Okay.
New number?
And a drink. Jesus.
Yeah. Give me a random number.
That would be 25.
Odd.
I know.
I get to pull an odd one. What change would you most like to make for your health?
Weight loss. That was easy.
Okay.
Your turn. You've already achieved weight loss, so it can't be that.
I've got a little bit more I want to lose for my weight, but most like to make is just maintaining it.
Cool.
Is that a change?
It's not really a change.
It's a lack of change?
Yes, I guess.
Sure.
I
don't know.
Not sure
I've
how to
got
answer that.
just a few more to go to hit what I think my target weight is for me, where I want to be. But the key is to keep it there too. And I've been able to stay in the neighborhood of where I want to be for a while now, and so I want to stay there. So but that takes a lot of. Even though it sounds like doing nothing, it's really successfully doing things to stay in this maintenance phase.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much to elaborate on that one.
There's not.
Random number, please.
It's 33.
You're so polite to Siri.
Yes. 33, so it's red.
Okay, this one is fun.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
If you were given money to remodel your house, what would you change first?
Oh, first. There's so much I want to do. Like, I want to, honestly, I want to build a new garage, turn our garage and kind of expand it into the new laundry room, mud room, and take where our current kitchen is and the kids' playroom, which is supposed to be the dining room, and the mud room, and make that one giant kitchen. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot I want to do.
That's a massive kitchen.
Yeah, it is. It'd be awesome.
What in the hell?
I also want to I want our hood over our stove to vent to the outside and not just be one of those ones that vents up into a filter. I want to redo the deck. You want to do some landscaping, but what would I do first?
Mm-hmm.
Probably the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably redo the kitchen because that's something we use multiple times a day, every day.
Cool.
What would you redo first?
The laundry room. And I will tell you why.
Because it's tiny. It
is
kind of
tiny.
a galley.
It's ridiculous. There is this massive built-in closet, but it bumps out into the actual laundry room. And so it creates this little alleyway that you have to walk single-filedly through. And it's silly. I want to take out the bump and push it back and then put in little cubbies for everyone so that everybody has a place to hang their backpack and a place to put their shoes and their coats and their purses and their whatever else is all right there on the way to the garage, so you can just grab it and go and put it back when you get home right there, and everything is nice and neat and organized and it'll be so pretty. That's what I want.
And that would be your number one?
Yeah, it would. Mm-hmm.
And if that was the only thing we did, pushing it back, all it does is take away square footage out of the kids' playroom.
No, that's the thing. You wouldn't even take square footage away because it's just getting rid of 2 walls. You just have to knock them out. Because the closet still exists, but we're getting rid of the walls that bump out to hold the closet doors. And then you're adding in cubbies.
Well, okay. Then the cubbies are still going to kick.
No, they'll be back inside of the closet. They won't bump out.
Okay, so I'll drop a floor plan for you later
Neat.
and explain how this is still not creating floor space for you.
Look, I have spatial awareness.
No kidding.
It is lacking almost as much as my sense of direction.
Oh my, yes. This is why people who do remodeling projects also need couples therapy when they're done.
That's why they
or
shouldn't
divorce
do them
lawyers.
Together.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Chip and Joanna Gaines to get divorced. It's got to be coming soon.
Let's see. I'm drawing now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's just kind of halt that conversation there before we end up in divorce court. Oh my God. Random number.
It's 8.
8. Even number. Blue. What is your favorite photo of your partner?
I am the wrong person to ask this question of.
I think you're the perfect person to
No,
ask.
I'm not, because I have 85.
Of me?
Yeah, I like
Total or just favorites?
I have legit 57,000 photos alone on my phone, and then I've got 2 computers full of photos.
And several hard
And then
drives.
There's a wall of photo albums in our living room.
Right.
And most of them are pictures of you.
So what's your favorite? That's just because I've been around the longest.
Right. I am pretty fond of... We went to the beach last summer because I rented this lens and I wanted to take these magical beach sunrise photos. And I do have one of you in your white shirt on the shore of the beach, and you look very nice in that picture, and I like it. And I also like the picture that I took of you at the Traverse City.
Should I add that I'm not overly fond of those? Well, you did beautiful photos. You did. That shirt was super huge on me, and the wind was catching it. And I feel like it's like wearing MC Hammer pants only in shirt form.
You could have done what I did, which is to put the little clippies on the back of the shirt.
Hindsight's 2020, Jessica.
Have it tight around you so that it fit.
Hindsight's 2020. But your photos turned out beautiful.
Thank you.
You caught the light amazingly. You got the kids great. You got a really awesome, what is it? The walleye lens or
it's the fisheye.
The fisheye lens of the entire family with the morning glow in the sky, and it's beautiful. But if it's the one I'm thinking of, is the wind was blowing my shirt, and I'm like,
yeah,
because I've lost all this weight, and it's you can't see it because it's my shirt's blowing up like a balloon.
Anyways, I also like this picture that I took of you while we were at the Traverse City whiskey place this past summer.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh,
we went to.
yes, that one I really like.
You're holding a glass and you look cute in that picture. I like that one. And then
I've got barrels behind me.
Yes, that's the one. And then I have this picture that I took of you when we were in Kalamazoo, still Western. And I was like, I want to take pictures of you. And you kept trying to tell me, no, I'm trying to study. And I was like, I want to take pictures of you. And you finally leaned over and stuck your face on your arm and had your glasses down, and you were like,
Is this one where my
Kubrick
glasses
staring?
are like on the end of my nose? Like
And you were Kubrick staring at me, and I love that picture. hmm So those are I think my favorite 3 pictures of you.
we got the full gamut there. I mean, from Western to like just a few months ago.
Yep. Your turn.
Oh, so my favorites of you, my number 1 favorite is one from our honeymoon, and we're out in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's really cute. Especially the way your eyes pop coming off the light, reflecting off of the, we were on the Emerald Coast of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So your blue eyes have kind of a greenish blue tint to them. And yes, I know you played with that in Photoshop more, but even the original I like, and just look happy. And then honestly, I think my second favorite of you, is from that Traverse City trip. And it's one I took of you in Fishtown.
Okay.
In front of a cool, just the way the boards were laid out on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the backdrop. And it's kind of grayed, weathered wood. So then like you just pop right in front of it. And again, just like the honeymoon trip, you look happy.
No kids. That's the secret.
The secret to happiness is no kids. Oh,
There
well,
were no kids on the
crap,
honeymoon.
we got 4.
And there were no kids on that trip.
There are many other ones
right.
I like, but the thing says favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Random number.
It's 79.
79.
This could be dangerous the way you're smiling.
It's not dangerous. You'll like it. What's the most beautiful place you've ever seen?
I'd actually have to say it was the drive up to Copper Harbor in the UP, going up to Keweenaw, and it's this winding road, and there's a little stone wall, and it's a canopy road, and if you do it just in September, the leaves are starting to change colors, and if the light's hitting it just right, it's absolutely perfect.
Nice.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't taken you that far north in the UP yet.
That's okay.
I've told you about it.
Yep, you have multiple times.
We just haven't gotten around to going that far north together. I mean, it's north of Michigan Tech. Yeah.
It just snows there.
No, it does other things. It is
don't
actually
believe you.
extremely
I think it
beautiful
just snows.
late summer, early fall, before the snow shows up.
We'll just see about
If you
that.
time it just right. Yeah, it's beautiful. It looks like a car commercial. It really, I mean, it really does, because it's the winding road and the canopy and the leaves are changing colors. And like I said, and there's like the little stone walls, and yeah. And of course you can pull all over the layer because there's waterfalls all over the place. How about you? Did I stall enough for you to like think about the most beautiful place?
You did not stall enough. I mean, I don't have.
You've lived a lot of places. You've traveled to a lot of places.
I have. I don't.
Was it the Grand Canyon? Oh,
I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
Oh, I've been there. It's a big hole in the ground. Anything in Kansas? Nope, because that's flat full of corn.
Okay, you are not helping at all right now.
Anything in New Orleans?
No, New Orleans is neat, but it's not beautiful.
Anything in Florida? Wakulla Springs.
No. Wakulla Springs is a swamp full of alligators, which is great.
Speaking of swamps,
so much fun there.
Oh yeah, we used to bring everybody who came to Tallahassee. We're like, we're going down to this swamp, and they're like,
Yeah,
what?
and
Like, no, this is awesome.
One time we went, and there was this deer that decided to take a drink at the edge of the river that we were on.
It wasn't just this one time, but yeah.
No, this one time
Yeah.
specifically, there was a deer taking a drink, and we were like, oh, look at the deer. That's so nice. And then this flippin' alligator launches itself out of the water, grabs the deer, and then death rolls. And then we didn't see the deer again.
I see it's not this one time because so I had to go with a bunch of clients from a school for kids in like the 4 or 5 county area with special needs. And we go and the same thing happened again. And of course the staff we're all looking at each other like, what do we do? And like, of course the clients don't even realize it happened. You know, like some of the workers wanted to scream, and do we say anything? I'm just like, everybody stay calm, play it cool. As long as you don't react, the kids won't notice. They haven't noticed yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, it left a big impression on me when I saw it with you. So yeah. And that's probably not an experience I would want to share with a boat full of clients. Just a hunch.
Well, speaking of swamps, you've been to the Okefenokee Swamp.
No, that's not that. It smells like farts there.
Well, except for the year. Remember, we were trying to fly out of Jacksonville, and we were trying to dodge it because they kept closing down I-10 because the Okefenokee Swamp was on fire because that's how dry things were. This swamp was on fire.
Yeah. I don't know. It probably would have to be some spot in Honduras when we went to Roatan to go scuba diving, or it's
Someplace above or below the water.
well, see, that's the thing. I don't know because both are gorgeous.
That's true.
Or it would have to be Segovia, Spain, which is the most delightful place in the entire country. If you ever have the chance to go to Segovia, you must do it. It's wonderful, and the people are so nice there. I don't know.
How long were you there?
In Segovia for like half a day. It left a really big impression.
I'm not
because I've talked about it like forever.
That was what, 22 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say let's go back, but COVID.
Yeah.
Well, you're vaccinated.
I am. I could go. You
I'm
can't.
halfway there.
Couple more weeks for you.
Couple more weeks. And actually, I think by the time I get my second one, I'll be good to go for... No, I won't be good to go for Derby Day. I'll be good to go for Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Right in there. Early May, because I'll have my second shot and have my waiting period afterwards.
Awesome.
Yep.
Let's do another card.
Okay.
Okay.
Random number.
It's 39.
This is another depressing one.
Great.
I keep pulling the depressing ones.
No, I pulled the first one.
If you were cremated,
Oh my God.
where would you like to have your ashes spread?
I don't actually care where you spread my ashes because I will be dust. And I kind of want to be sprinkled in an ocean, but I don't know if that's illegal. I feel like it's not.
Ocean's a big place. They can't catch and monitor all of it.
You don't know. There are cameras everywhere.
That is true, but not all of the
That
ocean.
5G is going to get you. I don't know what that means, but it's going to get you.
The 5G from my vaccination I'm going to get?
Yes, that's the one. That's how they're going to figure this out.
Oh my God. That, out of all the like urban legends about the vaccination thing, that one's the funniest to me.
The internet's going to get you.
No, that like we're going to get 5G and like I've been, in hockey, people were like, oh, aren't you concerned? Are you feeling any side effects? I'm like, you know what? The free Discovery Plus that came with the 5G is great. And like usually like people have to stop and think like, oh my God.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, this is not something I've put a lot of thought into other than some sort of body of water might be nice. Again, I don't know about if it's legal.
I'm going to say a body of water. They removed the troughs out of they removed the troughs out of Wrigley.
I like to pretend like my kids like me more than toilets.
The 5-gallon bucket that used to be behind the press box at FedEx Field.
What?
FedEx Field. Remember, because the old company tickets, when I worked for a company out there, we used to be on the like 45 to 50 yard line, but we were 5 rows from the top of the stadium, right by the press box, and behind it there was a 5-gallon bucket.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember this at all.
Well, we had also just had kids.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Let's go to something happier.
No, where do you want to be sprinkled?
I don't care. I'll be dead.
Look, I had to come up with an answer, so now it's your turn.
Honestly, probably the same thing. A body of water. My brother came up with this thing he found where they're actually taking your ashes, they mix it with concrete, and they build these forms, and it's pretty much the starter for a new reef.
Oh, that's
so it's
fun.
like a honeycombs hemisphere.
Okay.
And they sink them, and then the coral attaches to it, and eventually over time it becomes a new coral reef.
Well,
so that'd be kind of cool.
That is cool. I like that idea.
To, be part of that, and you're just part of the aggregate that goes into it.
Neat.
But yeah, I mean, ideally, I don't care near the water or sprinkled in water or mixed in with concrete.
To become coral.
To become coral, the base for coral would be kind of cool, but yeah, something. Definitely don't want the shoot my ashes into space because that's a tremendous waste of rocket fuel.
Also, I don't want to be kept in a box.
That too. I don't want to be in an urn on somebody's mantle.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'm not a trophy. I'm not like this isn't deer season. It's not Marco season.
We can mount you to the wall.
Oh, gross.
There's Dad. He's right there.
Oh my God, let's get a new topic. Random number.
It's 47.
Pull another red one.
Yeah, the red ones are the ones that are creepy and
Well,
weird.
I don't know. The blue ones might be bad too. Oh Lord, you're laughing already.
What fashion trend you followed was very cool then, but now looks ridiculous?
Big baggy cords
Ooh.
in high school with
Nice.
chenille sweaters.
Yeah, those were a thing.
They were a
I
thing.
had one for my senior pictures, and like I had to have it.
Along with I had a corduroy shirt / jacket. It was a shirt,
black one?
but it had a zipper. Yeah. But I had lots of cords, and especially the really thick,
Okay.
wide cords.
Yep.
Corduroy. Oh my God. Yep, that would be
That's what you're going with?
that would be the trend that. Yeah. What was the question again?
What trend you followed was very cool then, but now looks ridiculous.
Yeah, would be it.
Okay.
That would be it. That or right up there where, so we used to have a school dance every month. And I don't know if it was a trend. It was a trend in our high school. Somewhere around senior year, they decided they were going to switch all these casual dances to semi-formals. And so we, as the guys in the senior class, decided to go, okay, we're going to St. Vinny's, or we're going to Valueland, or we're going to Goodwill, and we're getting who can get the most ridiculous leisure suit. So yeah, there was that trend too, senior year.
That's not like an actual thing.
No,
That's
then the
just
actual
a
thing,
microcosm thing.
the actual thing would be the giant baggy cords with chenille sweaters.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you?
Neon spandex.
When
from
did you?
like the early, like the beginnings of the 90s with baggy shirts. Yep. I
Spandex
love-
shorts?
Yes, the biker shorts. Those were my favorite. And I had like paint splattery ones. They were black, and then the paint splatters went down the sides of my legs, and they were amazing because they were in neon colors, and they were so pretty, and they popped off of that black. And then pretty much any shirt I had in my closet would match. It was the best. And then the side ponytail to go with it. What are you doing?
I'm looking something up. Oh, I was looking up. I'm like, wait, what was the name of that song? I had to look it up, and it was the song by Living Color with Cult of Personality.
I don't know what song this is. Like the song for the show?
Play Cult of Personality.
I didn't find Code of Personality on album.
This is not a real song.
It is a real song.
It's not.
I mean, I'll have to cut it out because I'm pretty sure we don't have the rights to this, and these guys will, I'm sure, want the 2 cents they get off of it or whatever. Oh, he's wearing a full singlet.
Literally never heard that song in my life.
There's some other ones.
You could have just played Milli Vanilli. They wore spandex.
You know what? That's not what
And
came to
I
mind.
know those
This
songs.
is what came to
That-
mind
I don't
this
know what
time of
that
night
is.
with my whiskey sour.
How are you not always thinking about Milli Vanilli?
There was one other one that came to mind, and now it's already gone.
Is it the Humpty Dance?
It is not the Humpty Dance.
They play
strangely
that
enough.
song on the radio a lot.
Not the channels I listen to.
Well, you're not listening to the right ones then.
Apparently. What are you listening to?
The 90s station.
Oh, God.
When the Humpty Dance comes on, because I'm pretty sure I have it favorited.
So you must what do you think when you're the other day, the 4-year-old was running around and she had the little cotton shorts on, but they were kind of tight, and she had a big baggy shirt that she had stolen from her brother.
I think that she's me. And I think it's hilarious. Yeah, I like it.
I think around that same time I was wearing jams,
were.
wild jams with plain t-shirts with a little
Right.
pocket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exact same thing for girls, only we had spandex biker shorts
There you go.
with solid color neon shirts. Thank you, Paula Abdul.
Do we want to continue on this topic or quickly head to something else?
Find anyone, I guess.
Random number.
It's 29.
Okay, you need to get some even numbers.
Random number.
It's 44.
There
we
you go. What is your ideal romantic evening?
I don't know. Does it involve a nap?
I was just thinking the same thing. Does it involve going to sleep?
Oh, I don't know. Apparently, we need marriage therapy because I don't know the answer to this
Romance is
question.
dead.
It's gone.
It involves going to sleep.
The end. I think it might actually be going on an adventure in a city that we don't spend a lot of time in. Finding someplace really fun to walk around in. Finding someplace really fun to go have.
For me, it doesn't even have to be a city. It could be just a town. Like when we went to Traverse
A city, a town, or whatever. That's what I mean.
So like when we went on our Traverse City adventure, which we podcasted about, like I don't really consider that a full-on city, like
Whatever.
a metropolis.
Okay.
I think of it as a town.
A place that has other people and lots of things to do.
Yes.
One of those places. So finding some place to walk around, finding some place to find like a funky bar to go and try a drink or two, someplace else to go and eat, and then some more walking around and seeing what we can find.
And maybe another funky bar after that.
Yeah, I really like doing that sort of thing.
So yeah, basically we're on the same page. Imagine that. Shocking. I mean, once we like operationally define city.
Okay, you're such a bigger nerd.
I am, but like I like these little smaller towns and these kitschy little places, and they're fun and they've got funky little places. I would like rather do a smaller little coastal town than like New York City.
Oh, I have no desire to go to New York City.
Yeah.
Sorry, New York City.
Or LA or anything. I would love some little.
Yeah, I actually prefer the outskirt.
Yeah.
Towns, cities, whatever you want to call them.
I like to just go and explore. Let's drive. Let's see. Let's keep going until we see something we want to pull over, and let's go wander around. And yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Ditto.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
That was easy.
Your turn to pull one.
Okay.
Random number.
The answer is 25.
Siri likes
One
the
of these
odd.
times, the answer needs to be 42 because the answer is 42.
Why?
You haven't seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe
I've
or read it?
seen, no, I haven't read it. I've seen parts of it.
Okay.
What's the most amazing weather you've seen? Amazing.
Thunder snow.
Thunder snow.
Thunder snow. Thunder and lightning, and it's snowing, and you're like, when are the giant frogs and the locusts going to show up?
You stole my answer.
This is why we're married.
It is why we're married.
Apparently, we have the same idea for a romantic evening and the same idea of crazy ass weather.
Thunder snow.
Thunder snow.
I don't really consider weather amazing.
No.
It just is.
I mean, I will say in Florida when like the hurricanes are coming through, I'd be glued to like the
Bill Nye segment of CNN
or the Weather Channel. 'Cause I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. But it's like,
yeah,
we also didn't have a lot of entertainment because like everything's closed down. So
that's
let's
not
say
true. We learned to make really good hurricanes.
That's true. Random number.
The answer is 15.
Your turn. Maybe your card draw will be better than mine.
Maybe. What does your perfect day look like?
It involves sleeping in. And it pretty much...
Sensing a theme here.
Let's see. Perfect day. It involves sleeping in and either laying in the sun for a little bit in the pool or at the beach. Preferably without children, because if you're around water with kids, you have to keep your eye on them at all times.
So you want to relax. You don't want to work.
Right. I don't. And I mean, it's fun to go to the beach with kids, but on a perfect day, I want to just be able to shut my eyes while I'm in the sun.
A ton of lifeguards. Because we do like being around our kids.
No, I don't trust lifeguards enough to not also keep an eye on my children. Because they're teenagers. Yep.
All right. Professional Olympic lifeguards. A whole army of them. Because it's the perfect day, right?
It is a perfect day. It also involves taking amazing photographs of people I love, like my husband and my children.
Okay.
And it involves reading books that don't suck. And because sometimes you get a book and you think it's going to be amazing, and then it just turns out to be a bomb of a book. And that's not fun, because then you've wasted a couple of hours trying to get into this horrible book, and then it turns out
that
to
reminds
be
me of somebody who I'm pretty sure doesn't listen to our podcast, but like was enjoying her birthday on the beach and was reading this is a great book. I'm looking like, you have a trashy romance novel, which is perfect for the beach, but it's a trashy romance novel.
Yeah. Let's see. My perfect day also involves really yummy cocktails, preferably in tiki glasses, and some sort of yummy. It involves blue crabs, is what it involves. Piles of them.
Well, of course, you don't want just one. As my brother put it, like that's a lot of effort to get in.
That's
a lot of getting
why
dirty for just a little bit of food.
You sit with people you like, so you can talk to them while you pick and pick and pick.
Conversation
and
is
eat
key.
And pick and pick and eat forever. So yeah, that sounds like the perfect day to me. Okay, what do you have for the perfect day?
Spending it with you.
Aw.
Also sleeping in. Also yummy drinks, not necessarily in tiki glasses.
Wow.
Yummy food.
Mm-hmm.
Probably seafood.
Mm-hmm.
Crabs are good, but it doesn't have to be crabs. I do like crawfish too. And oysters. And scallops. And lobster. Especially I do like the Caribbean lobster.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably involves a lot of barefoot or flip-flops.
Uh-huh.
Probably involves shorts because that implies warm weather. And just doing fun things. And yes, I do like doing fun things with the kids, but not having to be on constant
High alert to make sure
high
they don't
alert
die.
hawk they don't die. It's yeah. Kind of like even when we go fishing with them, we're just on constant alert, especially when we have multiple kids there. If it's just one kid, it's a little bit easier, especially with the older ones. But when we have the 4 kids there and it's just me, or if it's me and you, we don't even get to fish. One, we're constantly baiting hooks, and 2, we're on high alert at all times that one of them doesn't fall in and without being noticed.
Right.
So they're constantly being observed.
Yep.
And it's a little stressful. Yeah.
Kids,
so a perfect day would
they're
be
stressful.
where somehow get to do the enjoyment of stuff with the kids without the stress of
Don't die.
don't die. Please don't die. We love you. Yeah.
Okay.
Random number.
It's 49.
How about this? Random even number.
I found this on the web.
Are you kidding me?
You suck, Siri.
That's not nice.
Oh.
Random number.
It's 22.
There you go.
Okay. What did
It makes me nervous when you start laughing before you even read it.
What does your partner do that lets you know you're loved? Yep, and there's your little nervous laughter. So good.
There's the little things, such as letting me sleep. It's all the little stuff you do, though, really, and without even saying anything about it. Whether it's laundry or dishes or letting me sleep or, yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
I like that you make me a drink every night. I don't ask, you just magically make one. And it's always fun. And it tastes really good, and I like it.
They're not always fun. They're not always a home run. Some of them are failures, and I have to go make you a different one.
Well, yeah, but I do like that you just do that, and it's nice.
It makes you smile.
It does.
And then sometimes you ask me, what is it? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't even remember what I put into it. I'm so tired.
No, but it's like a nice thing that I come home and you're like, hello, I made you this. Yay.
Well, the thing is, on my phone, I can see when you're getting close. And so as you're pulling into the driveway or pulling into the neighborhood, that's when I'm like, all right, let's make something. It's go time. It's like an episode of some sort of Food Network Top Chef
They
type
should have
thing.
like a Chopped, but for drinks.
And
I
with
don't even know what that would be
with
called.
a time limit, yeah.
Maybe it would be called Muddled.
Ooh.
Food Network, call me.
I'm liking this already.
And you get like one of those red ice chest like coolers from the 80s that's made out of
The
lead.
igloo ones.
But the lead ones with the really heavy doors that'll chop your fingers off
Yeah.
if you slam it. And
The
it's
ones
full,
with the beer can opener things on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's full of drink fixins.
Coleman had those too.
It's full of drink fixins, and you have to make something out of there to drink.
You know what? Those things didn't cost like $400 like the damn
They
Yetis.
do not cost $400. They cost like $10.50.
Back then, now they actually cost about $150.
That's because people are stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Ready? Hit it, Siri.
Random number.
It's 56.
Hey, it's even. What have you lost since childhood that you would most like to regain? Wow, watch that drink disappear. Your eyes got really big.
I had this opal and diamond pendant. I found it, and it was gorgeous. It was like...
Where did you find it?
In a parking lot. It was like this big.
Okay.
And I loved it, and I wore it everywhere. And the day that I turned 9, I wore it.
How old were you when you found it?
We were in West Virginia. I was like 7 or 8.
Okay.
But on my 9th birthday, I wore it to school. I took a picture of my dad with my dad that morning, and then I went to school. And at some point while I was at school, the chain broke and the pendant went away. And I didn't notice until a couple of days later. And it's gone. I don't have it anymore, and it's sad. It was really
somebody
pretty.
else's treasure to find, just like you found it.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what
except
happened in the first place.
that like the janitor probably just swept it up and it's in a garbage bag somewhere
Or
in Hampton,
it's
Virginia.
gone from kid to kid over the generations and the decades.
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe that's like a children's book we could work on.
Okay.
How this pendant just like goes from owner to owner. It could be a movie.
That's fun.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pendant.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Needs a different name, though. You'll get copyright infringement on that one.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you got?
Oh, crap. Now I got to think of something. Well, I would have said Lando Calrissian.
No, I fixed that.
You fixed that. So the story behind Lando was we were out on the family boat, and I have a younger brother, and my parents are always like, he'd want to play with my toys, and my parents are always like, well, let him play with it. What is he gonna do? He's not gonna eat it. So he's playing with my Lando, and it's the Lando from Return of the Jedi, and it was shortly after Return of the Jedi came out. So he's got the whole costume he had on when he's hanging out with Jabba the Hutt, and he's playing with him on the side of the boat, and we're coming through the channel out of the St. Joe River into Lake Michigan, and we call it the trash line, but it's really where the darker water meets the lake water, and there's this perfect line where it goes from brown to bluish green, and somewhere right before we crossed that line, he dropped it, and it went in. And so then it's just become this point of contention. It's not even about the action figure. It's just something like, oh yeah, well you lost Lando, just to kind of like poke at it, siblings poking at each other verbally. And so this went on and on and on, and you finally just said, enough of this, I'll settle it. And you got me a new, like the Lando, actually like a remake of it. To which I'm like, but it never really was about the action figure. And now you took away my ability to poke at my brother.
Because you have literally talked about it since the day I met you. So I think by the time I bought you this Lando, we had been a couple for like 5 years.
I think we might have already been married.
Well, whatever. So at least 5 years of you talking about this damn action figure and your brother and how he lost it. And I was like, I'm going to buy him a new one to replace it, and it's going to fix this, and then I won't have to hear the story anymore.
Should I point out what the original one was probably worth now? Probably not, because we were playing with it as kids. If we had left it in the package, it'd probably be worth a fortune.
Yeah, well, I did not spend a fortune on the replacement for it, and it was in pretty good shape.
It was.
And you were pretty happy to get it.
I still have it.
You do?
Yeah. Not the one that fell in the lake. So,
okay, well, is there anything that you lost that you don't have a replacement for that you would want back?
Not that I can think of.
Just freaking Lando.
Goddamn Lando.
That pesky Lando.
All
right. That was a fun card. I like that one.
Yeah, it was. Random number.
That would be 64.
Oh, another even. This one, you're not even laughing already. You're just already shaking your head, and you got your lips drawn.
This is probably
you're tapping
not
it. This is one we're going to have to take this one out of the episode. Mm-hmm. What is it?
What are your partner's hot buttons, and when and why do you push them?
Yeah, we're going to skip that one.
Yeah, we're not going to be talking about buttons to push.
Well, not only that, like my buttons, I know yours, and we don't need to advertise it to everybody else.
That's exactly
Pick a different card.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one.
I'm immediately thinking, crap.
What possession of your partner's would you like to throw away?
You have some PJ shorts that I guess come from the Pope because they're holy. You have some holy PJ shorts that need to go.
Then you need to get me
I have gotten you PJs. I just got you a whole bunch of new PJs for Christmas. But the old holy ones, and you got to cue the chanting monks right there for the holy shorts.
But they're Joe Boxer ones, and one of the pairs was featured on Friends because Jennifer Aniston wore them, and I was like, wow, we have the same ones.
I have bought you many, 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 many PJs over the years of all types of like shorts and the full silk like tops and bottoms, long sleeve pants, and flannels and all and other shorts and tops and the waffle material stuff. But yeah, the baggy PJ shorts with the holes in them that have just kind of worn. They're not even like transparent. They're just completely worn and it's a hole. They gotta go. They gotta go.
It's a hole.
Holy moly, they gotta go.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah. I'm getting rid of all of your old nasty scuba diving shirts and your old nasty concert shirts and your old just nasty t-shirts that you won't let me throw away because they are also full of holes and they're gross with crunchy armpits.
They are vacuum sealed in a bag already.
Okay,
they don't take up much space.
Disgusting. Do you know how bad that's going to smell when you unvacuum?
Just want to unseal it. The kids can unseal it someday in the future.
When they get ready to shoot you into space.
No, they better not.
After they
Shoot
pull
me to
the
bottom
plug. After they pull the plug immediately on
Oh
you.
my God. Turn me into a pair of concrete shoes and throw me in the ocean. I'm Italian. That's how it goes. Okay. Mildly offensive. But anyway. Random number.
It's 81.
81.
Who's pulling this one?
You are.
Oh. If you had to spend 1 year living alone in a remote cabin, what would you spend your time doing?
Probably either taking pictures or scrapbooking my massive collection of pictures or reading. How about you?
Foraging or hunting or fishing for food. Because I don't want to die.
It doesn't say
I've seen all those like Discovery Channel shows.
Okay, but
Naked and Afraid and like the Naked and Alone or whatever, the Afraid and Alone or whatever.
The cabin is a remote cabin. It doesn't mean there are no roads to the cabin. It's not like you can't have food delivered.
Oh my God, you're going to get shipped to the house?
Yep.
Uber Eats?
Yep.
So you just have agoraphobia for a year.
Sounds awesome.
You're nodding at me on an audio podcast.
Yeah, agoraphobia for a year with ships sounds amazing. And Amazon, because I'm going to run out of books or scrapbooking stickers or something.
I'm picturing like a cabin in the UP or in Alaska where I'm just like cut off, or in Antarctica or something where I'm like, well, damn it, I better get out there and get some food. I don't want to die. I need food and I need water. And then if I have some time, probably reading, learning a language, or...
You can't learn a language if you're secluded in a cabin by yourself.
If I got books or the internet.
Okay, you better hope you have the internet, because if it's just you trying to pronounce foreign words all by yourself...
Like, oh my God, I'm going to develop a new language!
Who's going to correct you if you're wrong?
Or really, really, truly learning to play guitar.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good.
When I'm not, like, trying to make sure I still have food and water for survival.
Okay, you just put a ring
without like breaking anything and getting infections and dying of
You're
gangrene.
Thinking like too hard about this. It does not say that you're on Naked and Afraid. It just says a remote cabin, and it doesn't say that you're not allowed to leave it ever, or that you don't have a car.
Well, then you're not alone.
Yeah, you are alone. Nobody comes to visit you because they don't like you.
That's just depressing. You die of depression. Random number.
The answer is 90.
There you go.
Is it a good idea to
No. Yes, maybe.
Is it a good idea to live together before marriage?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Well, it didn't go so badly for us.
I highly recommend it. I think you should. Because that way you'll know if your partner is a dick.
And then you are not stuck
married to them forever. Yeah. It's a weird thing moving in with somebody else.
It is very weird moving in.
And it could go wrong like a lot of different ways. So it's good to know if that's going to be the case before you actually are like legally bound to that person.
Yeah, I can't argue against that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neat. That makes sense since we did do that. So
Yeah,
yay
we
for
did.
us.
Okay.
That was easy.
How about for our kids?
Yeah. I recommend it.
Now,
For the reason I just said.
They shouldn't just leap in and move in with every single boyfriend down the line or girlfriend down the line.
They shouldn't.
But if it's really, really serious and it's looking like it's heading that way, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Random number.
What if they pick their nose while they're eating dinner? Like, you need to know about
47.
that.
Our boys probably will. 47.
It's your turn to pick.
Oh, okay. Have you met our boys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it more essential to develop beliefs or gain knowledge? Ooh, we're getting deep here.
I think gaining knowledge is more important than beliefs.
Why?
No, it doesn't say why.
I'm asking why. It's a conversation. It's a back and forth. It's not just interrogation.
Because I like that the idea of gaining knowledge makes me think that it's based in science and fact, whereas beliefs are just things that you like, that you think are great, and that you want to see happen in the world regardless of whether or not they are actually sound and beneficial for everyone.
Groovy.
Yeah. Anyways, what's your opinion on that one? I don't like this
knowledge, because beliefs can change over time. You can change your beliefs, but knowledge is based on fact and science, data. And based on that, you can then change your beliefs, or your beliefs can evolve as your understanding grows and changes and matures.
Neat. So we said pretty much the same thing.
Pretty much. So there's not much to expand upon that, is there?
No.
Damn it. Random number.
That would be 74.
Oh boy, Blue. What you got?
How do you hope to be changed by the experience of parenting?
Oh yeah. How do I hope to be changed? I know it's changing me. Like it has changed me already. It's continuing to change me. But how did I hope? I don't know how I hoped it would change me. I know I wanted us to have kids. I wanted that experience. It is an experience. It's constantly a test in patience. It's a test in sleep deprivation. It's a test in dealing with the absurd. And the asinine things you like, conversations you never thought you'd have. Like, what was the thing that popped up on the Facebook reminders of like, Costco is not the place to have the discussion on how naked did Jesus get? Did he get naked or diaper naked?
How
or
naked
what?
did he get? It's how naked did he get when he was dying on the cross?
Yeah. But the fact that the categories were naked, diaper naked, some other naked.
I don't know. In
and
the middle of Costco.
Middle of Costco. And I still remember that it took place. It was in the frozen food section of Costco. It's like, this is not the place for this conversation. And this is something that like you and I would have never thought we would have had to address, much less talk about on a podcast before we had kids. And it's that kind of craziness where it's fun and it's entertaining and it's chaotic. And there's also times where we just want to pull our hair out. And, but at the same time, I wouldn't dare miss it for the world. So I guess it's just, yeah, I don't know how that's changing me, but it's changing me. You?
I don't know how I hope to be changed by the experience of parenting. I think it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Minus the sleep deprivation part, I think it is like wildly hilarious that somehow somebody decided it was okay to let us have 4 of these things and that we like get to keep them forever.
How about all the people that say you guys should have more? And it's like, no
thank
we're
you.
done. 4's good.
4's enough.
We got 2 of each.
I don't know. They do really funny things and they do really sweet things. Kid
They
number...
very much are like those Sour Patch commercials.
Yeah, I
where
was
it's
just going
like
to say, kid number 3 is very much a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah.
He will be a complete turd and then turn around and do the sweetest thing ever.
With a little sweet voice and little like his like super long eyelashes
Yep.
with his big eyes.
Yep.
It melts your heart.
It's very adorable. He's quite good at that. Honestly, I don't think I really hope to be changed by becoming a parent.
But you got to admit you are being changed.
Well, sure, but I didn't think it was going to be this big revelational, I don't know. I don't know.
Epiphany?
I don't have
Do you feel you have changed as a person being a parent?
I guess. Sure.
You're not different than you were before we had kid one?
I mean, I was probably more fun then.
Because you weren't as tired.
No, like I worry a lot. That was not expected.
There's more planning involved.
More planning. I feel
Our definition of spontaneous has evolved.
I think I feel
It's
my
like,
emotions.
let's do something on a whim. Okay, let's go spend like 4 hours packing.
I think I feel my emotions more now that I'm a parent. That's interesting. Didn't hope for that though. Didn't know that was going to happen. I don't know. Next question.
Whose turn is it?
My turn to pull. No, your turn to pull the question.
Okay. Random
Siri
number.
here. Let me know if I can help.
Great.
Siri
Give me a
is
random number.
terrifying.
It's 80.
Now we're getting all the blues. And here we had to like manipulate it earlier. Oh my God.
Oh no.
So if the listeners have hung with us through this episode so far, this will be entertaining, or we'll get cut out later. What would you like old age to look like?
Not super wrinkly.
I was just thinking the same thing. I would like it to look like, well, I'd say our 20s, but I was pretty fat in our 20s, so I'm like not having fun and out of breath. I would like it to look youthful and fit and all that stuff, not old and
Did you
wrinkly.
ever watch Home Improvement?
Yeah.
There's an episode where Jill is getting her PhD, and Tim is insistent on maintaining his schedule, and Jill imagines her life where like she is working really hard to do all these things, and Tim is forever like, I have to exercise, I have to eat right, I have to whatever. And so they become really old, and Jill is still working on her PhD. And
that's
she
pretty
is
realistic
like,
for a PhD, actually.
she is all shriveled and hunched up and wrinkly. And then there's Tim, and he's very fit, and he's like got his hands on his hip, and he looks like freaking Superman. He's like, hi, honey, how was your day? And she goes, well, on Tuesday, I started getting out of bed. Anyways, that's what I pictured in my mind when you just said, I hope I'm fit. Like,
did he look like Christmas with the Cranks?
No.
Where he's all like been to the tanning bed and
Well,
looks
he
like a
was
Vulcan.
pretty tan in that, but like he had the fake muscly shirt like kid number 2 and 3 had in their little baby Halloween costumes. Mm-hmm.
You know, part of me, like you've seen Big Daddy and loose skin and old
Jesus
stuff.
Christ.
I would love for it to be the opposite of that, but I have a feeling that's what it's going to be.
I don't
know. Actually, no. What I hope it is you and me having fun and still doing whatever.
Yeah.
Having
same.
weekend adventures and all sorts of stuff.
That's what I hope it looks like too. And
Yeah.
naps.
And naps.
Apparently old people like to nap.
That's fine. I can settle for an early bird special if we go out for cocktails after. Random number, please.
It's 90.
90. What do you admire? What do you most admire about your partner?
I most admire your calm. Like you stay calm through all the craziness of the kids, the craziness of me, through the craziness of life. You just kind of like are like even, steady, and just kind of like toe the line, or like that kind of even keel of like when everyone's darting off in all sorts of crazy tangents, you toe that center line that like we are getting a little bit too far. Like if you're out swimming on the Lake Michigan, it's like we're getting a little bit too far from the shore. You're the shore. It's like, and if you go up the coastline of Michigan, it moves out and moves in. It's not a straight line. It goes all over, but we also know that's our reference point of wherever you are, we need to come back to that, and you don't just go, to hell with all of you, I'm out of here. If any of that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like that when goes sideways,
which it often
you
does.
are the one that is constantly trying to come up with backup plans to make whatever it was that we wanted to still happen. I like that about you.
Doesn't always go through, though.
No, but you get close usually. So, yeah, it makes me happy.
Extra credit for trying.
Well, yeah, because something will happen.
Something happens. Sometimes it's fun.
Sometimes,
not always. Random number.
The answer is 96.
96.
so many evens.
Okay. Would you like me to manipulate it so we get a blue
start
or get a red?
Asking her adjectives plus numbers. Like, give me a scary number. Give me a happy number. I wonder what would happen if you did that next time.
What most frightens you about growing old?
I'm worried that I'll get dementia. And then I won't remember you, and I won't remember the kids. Or my frog.
I don't care about your frog.
I care about my frog.
I was going to say myself and wearing diapers, but now like I'm now worried about like forgetting about you and getting dementia also.
I mean,
I don't want to forget about
you
you.
can still be worried about having to wear diapers. That's a pretty big concern.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about, though.
No, I don't want that.
I don't want that either. That's
Okay.
why I worry about it.
Cool.
Great.
Maybe we'll end up being coral reefs together.
Yeah.
There we
At
go.
the same time.
There's some sort of like, isn't that like the Notebook or something?
It is, and you know it's the Notebook. Don't pretend like you don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, adjective plus number this time. Go ahead, do it.
No, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
do
just
number.
do it.
What adjective do you want to do?
Scary. Give me a scary number. Tell her.
Give me a scary random number.
It's 17.
Apparently
You're
it's
supposed
17.
to just say scary number.
Whatever,
not,
you got an odd.
Not random. Who would you like to trade places with for 1 month?
I don't know, you?
No, you don't.
Well, maybe like 1 week less than 1 month? Well, you're not too far off on that one. How about you?
I'm trading places with a doctor.
So me?
No, like an actual like
Oh,
medical.
screw you. They stole the title from like PhDs.
Yeah, I'm gonna trade places with a surgeon because I think that would be amazing.
You're going to kill so many people
It
in 1
doesn't-
month.
It's fine. It doesn't
How
matter.
many people must die so you can trade places?
Not anybody.
You're not
There's
trained?
gonna be somebody else in the room. There's nurses. They smack your hand and tell you no.
You're going to be like Leo DiCaprio in
Not-
Catch Me If You
that's
Can, where you
not-
just stand over like, do you concur? Do you concur? Let the med students do it.
Yeah, but I won't barf when something
Let's
gross
go.
happens.
Okay. Right.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going to play doctor for a month. Yay!
How about we just trade places with Jeff Bezos and like transfer a bunch of money into our
I don't
Actual
think
bank
that's
accounts.
gonna work very well.
right before we transfer back? Okay. Random number.
The answer is 94.
Just for the fun of it. Random boring number.
There you go.
Here's what I found.
Oh.
Boring random number.
That would be 58.
Okay. Apparently 58's boring. Sorry to all the 58-year-olds out there. What does your partner do that makes you laugh the hardest?
I don't know. You're pretty good at telling stories. They have a nice pace. They're usually pretty entertaining. Yeah. We'll go with your stories. Mm-hmm. I know what mine is for you. It's that I insist that there are countries that are made up and not real.
Actually, I was going to say something about farting, but yeah, the fact that you try to tell me like Mali's not a country, Chad's not a country, it just drives me, it's infuriating. Turkey's not a country. Hungary's not a country.
Never said that about those countries. Mali, yes. Turkey and
Oman, Yemen.
Yemen's not real. That was on an
Yemen's
episode
totally
of
real.
Friends. No, it's not real.
Djibouti.
That's not a country. It's a city.
Djibouti is the capital of Djibouti. Do you think they get earthquakes there? Does Djibouti shake? Let's just do another topic.
And on this episode of the podcast,
Random number.
Marco's head explodes.
It's 58.
We did that
We
58.
just did 58.
Give me a different random number.
The answer is 42.
Yes! The answer is 42.
Didn't we already do this?
No, we haven't had it yet, but yes, the answer is 42. Coach Dan will be loving this right now.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What's the key to a successful long-term relationship?
2 sinks.
Yes.
Isn't that what we laid out on our marriage episode?
Yes, that is a big part of it. I feel like we would have broken up a long time ago.
No, the key is communication. Oh my God. Did we, one, we're using Siri, so it was a completely random number. 2, you just drew that card out. But this is a good one to wrap up on. Communication. Communication is key. Talking to each other, whether you have to sit in front of microphones and do a podcast, or you're just talking to each other while you're standing by your 2 separate sinks. So you don't have to see each other's
Tooth spit.
or beard
Gross.
stubble. Yeah. Communication is key. And 42 is the answer.
Also, you need to pick somebody you're actually compatible with and that you don't fight with all the time.
No.
Because if you are fighting with your person from day one, it's not going to work out so well for you.
No. What else you got?
Yeah,
Is that it?
that's it.
Cool.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. Let's wrap up on that.
Okay.
All right. Before we go, though, we got the Red Arrow Challenge.
Woohoo.
The Red Arrow Challenge is our virtual multi-sport competition. You can compete in any of the categories. You can compete in your age group. We also have composite points. Some might even say points. It's every week. And we give a shout out to the champions in each age group, in each category every week. And for the most recent week, which was March 29th through April 4th, the champions were...
Swimming.
Not a lot of swimming going on, but 60 to 69, kilogram ill.
Running.
9 and under, Easy E. 10 to 19, Soleil. 20 to 29, Gator Boy. 30 to 39, The Logan. 40 to 49, Coffee Dude. 50 to 59, Johnny Be Good. No one older than that. And our featured members was me.
Walking.
9 and under, Easy E. 10 to 19, Lucky Dude. 20 to 29, Smitha. 30 to 39, SB Nikki. 40 to 49, Vino Mia. 50 to 59, Mary. 60 to 69, Pac Mac. Featured members, me.
Biking on road.
20 to 29, Husky Mike with an I. 30 to 39, Cyclopath. 40 to 49, Coach T. No 50 to 59-year-olds. 60 to 69, Kilogram Ill. Featured members, me.
Biking off road.
20 to 29, Husky Mike. 30 to 39, Dirt Devil. 40 to 49, Rando 7. Nobody older than that.
Sit down paddling.
Whole lot of nobody.
Stand up paddling.
20 to 29, Gator Boy. 30 to 39, Me West. 40 to 49, nobody. 50 to 59, Mary. 60 to 69, Sunny D.
Cross country skiing.
Must be warming up. So we're back to our same duo. They did it all summer long, who must have Nordic tracks or something like that. 40 to 49, El Tiburon 95, and 50 to 59, Big Juan 64.
Skating.
20 to 29, Gator Boy. 30 to 39, Benny. 40 to 49, Great Juan.
Hockey.
20 to 29, Lexi with 2 X's. 30 to 39, Wildcat with a K. 40 to 49, Coach T. 50 to 59, Herb. Nobody older than that. And for our featured members, me.
Points.
9 and under, Easy E. 10 to 19, Soleil. 20 to 29, Gator Boy. 30 to 39, Wildcat. 40 to 49, Coach T. 50 to 59, Mary. 60 to 69, Kilogram Ill. And our feature members, me.
Yay, you.
Yay, me. You look tired.
I am tired.
Should we call it an episode?
Indeed.
All right. This was another episode of the Red Arrow Health and Wellness Podcast. Check back. We drop episodes almost every week, usually on Monday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a new episode for you next week. But until then, Jessica, this has been fun.
So much fun.
All right. Bye.
Bye.